Hello Taurus, welcome to 2017. Happy New Year. This is Teresa from Tarot by T, and I'm getting ready to do your January forecast. So let us see. First I want to ring the bells and create new energy for this new month, the first month of the new year. And I want to say thank you for liking my channel, thank you for subscribing, thank you for commenting. And I hope you had a wonderful holiday, and we're ready for this new year. I'm hoping this new year brings everyone joy and love and peace. So let's see what's coming up for Taurus for the month of January. In love and or life. What's important for January? We just had a new moon in Capricorn, which is favorable to Taurus. So let's see what new beginnings are coming up. Now in January we are going to have a difficult full moon, but let's see. But it'll be in Cancer, so the Cancer is favorable to Taurus also. Let's see, what does Taurus need to know about the month of January in love and or life? Let's see what we have. The Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the King of Swords, the Sun, the Six of Swords, the Chariot, the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Okay. This month, I think, well, all right, there's a lot of career stuff going on here, more than love, but there is some love here. Okay, so the Two of Wands crossed by the Ten of Swords. The Two of Wands, you're waiting for, it's like you've planted some seeds in your life, and you're waiting to see what's going to come of them. With the Ten of Swords, you're ending a cycle. You may have just recently ended a relationship, or you might have ended a career situation, or you might be coming to the end of a cycle in a career situation. Maybe you feel like you've gone as far as you can go in this one situation, and you're feeling like you can't go any further, that you've put all this energy into something and it's just not paying off for you. You're not growing. So you may decide to cut your losses and move on in the month of January. You might be thinking, okay, where do I need to be where I can grow and I can make a difference? I think this has to do with, it could relate to relationships, but I think it also has to do with career. You're kind of at a crossroads with the Two of Wands, wondering, what's my next move? What's my next step? Where do I plant seeds? Because the current situation is just not working. And this could be a relationship, but it could also be career because of the Wands. And the Seven of Cups is in your past. A lot of your problem, or the thing that's been holding you back, is this indecision. You're just not moving. You need to get off the couch and make a choice. You need to start acting. You have to get out of a bad situation. You've been existing. You know, Taurus, and I know because I'm a Taurus also, they have the habit of staying in a situation because it's comfortable, even though it's not really working for them. They'd rather stay in a difficult situation than to change. The fear of change is greater sometimes than, existing in an uncomfortable situation. So it takes a lot to get a Taurus to finally admit, I've got to change, I've got to move, I've got to do something. But I think you're getting that message. You've been getting that message for a while. When you have the 10 in your present situation, you're dealing with that now. You're realizing it now. I'm at the end of the line with this situation. I can't really go anymore. you have leadership ability. So you need to start tapping into that leadership ability. Now there's also, there could be this Queen of Wands could be a friend or someone, could be a relationship. You may have had a relationship with someone that is a fire sign. And maybe they just don't know what they want. And you've been kind of sitting there waiting for them to choose you, but they're all over the place. Maybe you had some kind of situation, some kind of partnership that just didn't work out with this queen. And that could be male or female. And you're feeling like, I've got to move on. But at the same time, a part of you is afraid to move on. You have this Eight of Swords here. It's like you feel like you're stuck, like you're trapped in some situation. Like you're not seeing your options, even though you have a lot of options. But you're not acting on them. You have the potential to do different things, but you're just not acting on it. And I think fear might be holding you back, or a feeling of being trapped. Now there's a King of Swords coming up in the future. And this could be a potential relationship with someone who's either an air sign, Aries, Libra, Aquarius. Or if not, it could be, sometimes the King of Swords can represent someone who's older, an authority figure. And it could represent that you really need to, if it doesn't represent a person, it can represent that you need to really think about what you want carefully. Separate what's real from what's not real. I think you've been living in a fantasy of unrealistic, not seeing things realistically. You've been in a dream state of imagining all these potentials, but you're not really acting on any of them, or you're not seeing them clearly. So you really have to, with the King of Swords, you have to tap into that critical thinking ability, where you really separate what's real from what's not. Don't let your imagination run away with you. I think in some cases you might have been trying to do too many things, and maybe you need to narrow it down and call in your scattered energy and focus on one goal. Because you have the Sun here in the near future. And the Sun gives you the power to overcome any negativity in the reading. So any problems that you're dealing with, and you have these swords. So you've been under some kind of, a lot of stress. Either mental stress or maybe just, stress trying to make a decision. Like, what do I do? Where do I go? What do I choose? Do I stay where I'm at? Do I move on? These are the kinds of things. And I think you're going to be moving on. I think that this new year, you're going to be waking up to what's not working. And you're going to be making some choices. The good thing is, the choices that you're going to be making, I think you're going to be moving on to something better. Because you have this Ten of Cups at the end. And with the Six of Swords here, this is a card of moving away from difficulty and sorrow. Moving toward something that's much more compatible with who you are. So, and a lot of times when the 6 and the 10 come together, it could actually even mean a change of location, where you decide to move where you live, move away, move towards a place that's good, with more opportunity. So that could be something that comes up in January. Don't let fear hold you back. In your environment, you have the Chariot. The Chariot card represents victory, but the victory comes through discipline and focus. So you have to, you might have had your hands in too many things. So you might have been involved in too many projects, and your energies have been scattered, so you haven't had time to really focus on the one important thing. So it could be that if it's a relationship situation, you could be dating different people and not really wanting to commit, not knowing who to commit to. Or not even dating, just being aware of your potentials. Like there might be people around you that you're thinking, oh yeah, I might have, that could be a potential relationship, but you're not acting on it. You're just dreaming of the potential. I think that you are going to start acting on it You are going to start to release some of the things that do not serve you with the Ten of Swords, because you're going to be almost forced. You're going to feel that I've come to the end of the road in a situation, whether it's a relationship, a love relationship, or a career situation. Either, maybe even both, where you give up whatever is no longer serving you and you decide to act smart, not let your heart rule your head, but go by, hey, what's right for me, what's good for me. This could be a person who helps you out, who is a potential romance, because you have the Sun here. And the Sun usually represents someone that you can have a lot of fun with. Someone that, if you meet someone in January, or if you have a relationship, but with the King, I don't think it's someone new. I think it's someone you already know. So you could have the potential of connecting with someone who is an air sign, or if not an air sign, it's someone whose personality is very serious. They're not serious so much as unemotional. They look at things without letting their emotions. They're not into they don't know how to deal with emotions. They're not into drama. They're just into the facts and critical thinking, and they're good communicators. They like to share ideas. They like to have conversations about intellectual subjects. They're not drama kings. They're not, the artistic type. They're more clear-headed, level-headed. So you might be connecting with someone that seems a little bit severe on the surface. Maybe they seem to lack compassion, but it's not really that. It's more that they're deep thinkers, and they just don't have time for emotions. They're not connected to their emotions. But you could have a good time with them, with this Sun here. The Sun is about, honoring your inner child. It can sometimes even be a marriage card. So some of you might be connecting with someone that could be marriage potential. And if not marriage, then at least a good relationship where you're really connecting, where you want to spend a lot of time together, where you're doing fun things together. And that can help you move away from the stress in your life, the stress and the confusion. Whoever this queen was that was she might have been giving you stress. He or she, you might have been involved with someone who was a fire sign, and that relationship might be ending or passing, not influencing you as much. So you might be leaving behind a fire sign and moving toward an air sign, or leaving behind someone who has got more outgoing, look at me energy, and connecting with someone who's a little bit more mature and a little bit less flashy, but someone who's more intelligent, someone that you could have conversations with. Anyway, with the Chariot, victory is promised if you can focus on your goal and work toward that goal. So you are going to be focused on a goal, on achieving something in January. You might finally decide to let go of something that's not working and focus on where you want to be. And you will get the Ten of Cups is a great outcome card, because it's a card of love. Just being surrounded by love, being surrounded and supported by people. And so you could finally meet someone that you could have a significant relationship with. You can connect with someone who might even be someone you already know, but you never thought about them in a romantic sense. And now you may have the potential to do that. Once you let go of whatever is no longer working, then you'll be freer to embrace this new relationship. Or see this person in a new light. So don't let fear hold you back from embracing love and a better relationship. Don't let fear hold you back from breaking away from whatever path is no longer serving you. So you have some decisions to make in January, but the outcome looks excellent. If you can let go, if you can release yourself from, admit defeat. Just say, look, I've tried. And one thing about a Taurus is we try and try. We never give up. We're not quitters. But sometimes, you just reach the end of the road, even for Taurus, where you say, you know what, I'm done. I can't do anymore. and you're going to be reaching that point in January. But the good news is that there are new opportunities waiting for you once you're able to free yourself from that stress and get on the right path. So I hope this reading was a help to you. I wish you luck and love in the new year, and thank you for liking, subscribing, and if you want to get a reading, just go to my website at Tarot by T, and I can do a one-on-one reading with you. I'd be happy to work with you. In the meantime, enjoy January. Thank you, Taurus.